Alrighty, so looking for a cheap gaming laptop, I stumbled upon this thing on Amazon. I'm looking for like a budget one that's actually able to play games, so Best Buy has a couple. But I'm going to focus on this Amazon one because it's actually not too bad. If I was going to pick one of these in the budget price range around this much, I would probably go with this one. Is my favorite, but let's worry about this Amazon one because $629, that's a great price point for a lot of people that are looking to get into PC gaming. Me personally, I'm not the biggest fan of laptops, but I can understand that people like to get them going to school, going to college, and then you can have something that you can also use to play games at the same time. So kill two birds with one stone because you're going to need a laptop anyways. This one actually comes with pretty good stuff. The Ryzen 5 7535HS is a perfectly good processor. It will be able to run multiple things at the same time. It won't be the best for rendering videos and stuff like that, but it will be good enough to play video games. The RTX 2050 is a great GPU that uses very low wattage, so the heat off this thing won't be nearly as bad as the 3050, and the FPS difference is not very much. The laptop comes with a 144 hertz screen. I believe it's probably a VA to keep the price down. I'll have to look into it. We'll figure it out later. There are two different ones. One for 588 that only comes with a 512 gigabyte SSD versus the 1 terabyte. I think for $40 did not have to upload this laptop and buy another 500 gigabyte SSD is going to be worth the $40. So I would just stick with the 1 terabyte. That's enough to keep all your files and video games pretty well. I would say that this computer will be able to run almost anything you throw at it. You might have to drop down to mid settings on more higher demanding games, but honestly, most of the games that you'll want to play, you can run on high. I think Ultra is pointless. But $629, I don't think you're going to find much better. CPU is good enough. That is the only thing where I'm kind of like, whenever you get the random numbers, it's kind of like not always the best. Saying you can go up to 64 gigabytes of DDR5, so that's pretty damn good. But honestly, 16 is enough for a casual gamer and someone using it for schoolwork. But if you are looking at rendering videos and such, editing, you're definitely going to want to go up to something a little bit stronger. You'll want something better. But if you're just getting into like regular gaming, like casual, and you're looking for something for school, something that's going to be lightweight, this is definitely where it's at. It's very basic. It's not going to be too flashy. I know a lot of people don't like RGB, especially with something that you're going to be using for school. It has a decent amount of USBs. Don't dig the HDMI on the side. That's just me. And I should bring up that the price has gone up recently. It was hovering around $598 for the longest time, and it has recently gone up to $629. But even that being said, I still think it's well worth $629 for something that is going to be able to run most games that you want to play and be able to do a lot of other stuff.